Oh my god, I'm still cleaning my room. It's another whole day. There's a lens wipe on the floor. Doesn't need to be there. Now it's on the shelf with you. Um, let me take a second to share this stream with my friends because I was just chilling in my Discord having a gay old time, and that's a big distraction, so I gotta get them in here. Okay, now I've shared that link. You know what? Let me post it on Blue Sky while I'm at it. All right, I skeeted that shit. Hello, Nisa. Good to have you, because we were just literally talking, just like a second ago. And it would have felt awkward to like just suddenly disappear from that conversation. But I really gotta clean my room. And I know I can do both things at the same time, you know? Modern technology. Check this out. I found this in my mom's big collection of plushies, and I was like, oh my fucking god. I must have had this since I was like 3. It's hilarious. Look at how fucking happy he looks. Alright. That's the bad guy from Power Rangers, I think. Like, I think that's the guy who Rita Repulsa was trying to summon or something like that. And then she does. I don't remember exactly. My third son. Actually, this might be my daughter. I don't know. It's pretty much the same thing. I don't know why I insist on only having sons. Maybe because for a long time, that's how my mom saw herself. But then it turned out things were different. Kevlar bottom. This bag is also Gregory. I've got a son and a daughter named Gregory. Oh, this one's got its info on the inside. Here we go. Yeah, it's a sturdy fucking bag. This one's got I think they both have an outside pocket. Oh, one of the heads for Bird's mechanical toothbrush. That's just wrapping. Okay. If you can't tell, I'm a really, really, really big fan of these Gregory bags, and I don't think they make them anymore. So if you find these, buy them immediately. I might buy them off of you in the future. I can't find these easily. I had to really hunt for these fuckers. I hunted these fuckers down. They have a Kevlar bottom. I fill these things, first of all, and also the zippers are incredible. Now, granted, on this one, you see how this zipper is? Now you'll notice there's no pull guy on this side because I broke that off. So that is the fail point of this bag, if there is one, is that these strings are not strong enough, but the zipper itself is god tier. This is all that matters to me about a bag, all right? I don't care what the name on the bag is. I mean, if it's Gregory, then that's the only name I really care about when it comes to bags, all right? Fendi, fuck you. Louis Vuitton, fuck off. If the bag says Gregory on it, I want the bag, all right? Give me the fucking Gregory bags. I'm serious about this. If you find the ones with the Kevlar bottoms, buy that shit. I'll buy it off you in the future. You're investing in me and you, all right? Has someone made a Jordan Peterson joke yet? I know it's on. There's one in there somewhere. There must be. I mean, I think following his ideology or whatever, your room probably should never get this untidy. This appears to be clean, so I'm just gonna fold it. But it's, I say appears to be because it smells like it just came out of the wash or something, even though I don't think I just washed it. Whatever. It's from Punch Punch Forever. One of my favorite indie animations that was introduced to me by you all on stream. some point. Another one of Bird's Too Many Games Defender t-shirts, indicating that he is staff. Was staff. We're not there this year. I think it hasn't happened yet, but I don't think we're going. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Mimi Big Boy. That's one of Bird's shirts. It's actually a Jax Films t-shirt. Any of y'all Jax Films fans in the chat? That's like an older YouTuber that I'm sure a lot of you have probably seen. I had never actually watched any Jax Films videos or knew who he was until Bird, like, literally marathoned them with me for, like, I want to say, like, 2 straight months. We were pretty much just watching Jax Films videos when we first moved into my mom's place in 2000, not last year, but God, I'm losing track of the years already of the 20. We're already halfway through the fucking 2020s. Ugh. These fuckers are rushing by. For me, at least. I don't know about y'all. The 2020s have been a much quicker feeling decade to me than the previous 3 that I lived through almost. Alright, this is a dress that I feel like I've worn maybe twice. And if I do wear it again, it will be soon. Although it needs to be, like, ironed. It is preposterously wrinkled. Like, every time I've found this dress, it has been in a state of such wrinkle that I'm like, well, this is... Like, why is it... How does it get so wrinkled? What is it made of that wrinkles so badly? How often does a dress need to be ironed? It's got these odd, like, metal zipper pockets. Breast pockets. Metal breast zipper pockets. It looks cool. And I'm sure it probably looks good on me, but the problem is, it's another one of these that's simultaneously built for... Like I can't tell what weather it's for. Here in Virginia, it's humid enough that if it's even a little bit warm outside, you really want to be wearing something really breathable, you know? So this is like, it's not thick enough to be a cold weather dress, but neither... I guess you could wear like several... I assume this is meant to be worn with several other layers. That's the only way I can imagine that it makes sense. But I have never bothered ironing it and figuring it out. So I've just, like, never worn it. Achtung. I believe this is a brewery shirt. Yeah. Big Ugly. Oh, Big Ugly is the same place as that yellow hat that I've probably worn the hat more than the shirt at this point. It's Bird's hat though. Here's my sheets. All right. Okay, look. I got these sheets when I was a kid. Oh, this one's actually for like a mattress like clinger, which I don't actually have a mattress, so that's useless to me right now. Towel. Okay. Ah, okay. It's a St. George Brewing long sleeve. This is probably going to be packed away because I can't imagine it gets cold enough to necessitate this anytime soon. Sock. I love this shirt. Way too big for me, so it's become a Bird shirt. But it was originally mine. Good grief. Does this have the artist's name on it? Because I bought this at an artist alley And back then, I was so dissociated, I didn't even really consider the idea that the people selling their stuff in the artist alley were like people I could then go find online and follow. Like, that just did not occur to me. Back when I was. This also has like a really fucked up stain on it that I'm not sure is going to be wearable. So this might be getting archived. Okay. This is a gift from a high school friend of mine. I don't know if he wants his name attached to the fact that he had something like this in high school, but you know, I really liked F A Tale of Memories, and he really didn't like F A Tale of Memories. I particularly loved this BPD girl, and he really did not vibe with this BPD girl. But look at her. Holy shit, she's fucking hot. And she's crazy in like an obsessive, loving way, like a housewife way. Like a let me live in your house and make you food, just please don't make me get a job kind of a way. Oh yeah, this is kind of a sexy like aqua suit I picked up. I've only worn this once just to like look hot in. And then it immediately came off, if you know what I mean. But I could see actually wearing this to the beach. It's just I'm going to have to wear something kind of powerful under it cuz there really ain't much going on in the crotch there to protect. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? All right, this dress I have overworn because every single time that this is like one of the first things I got from a friend of mine who does not have an internet presence and bought me a bunch of clothes early into transition when I really didn't have almost anything. You know, I had whatever I'd scrounged from thrift stores. She bought me a bunch of stuff on Shein, and this was like my every single time we went to any kind of dinner with like family or coworkers or anything like that for like the first 2 years of our relationship. I would wear this dress because it just always feels appropriate. You know, it doesn't feel inappropriate in any specific context. Definitely a holiday choice, you know, when everybody's wearing red, you go right for this. But at this point, everyone has seen me in this dress probably at least twice. And you know how it is when you're a fashion-minded person. You're like, how many times can I really be seen in the same dress before people start to think, is that the only thing you wear? Are you a cartoon character like Ash from Pokemon? You only ever wear one shirt? Well, if I was going to be a cartoon character like Ash from Pokemon, I would have chosen this. I also have worn this in plenty of contexts, just a ridiculously oversized. This actually might be pretty good for wearing around the house right now where it's like somewhat cold still at night. I got this because it reminded me of the jacket that girl from Dragon Pilot wears. If anybody remembers that super short, angry, pissed off girl from Dragon Pilot, she had this badass jacket that had a similar like stripe of leopard print or whatever. And I thought that was cool as heck. And this one's like a little too big for me. It has it's too big, so it has no shape. It just kind of makes me look like an amorphous blob, Billie Eilish style. Old school Billie Eilish style, I guess. Oh, this thing's cute. I'll actually probably wear this like all the time. Just a nice cardigan. I am definitely a flowy cardigan type of a bitch. Okay. Oh, another hanger. I filled a bucket with jackets that I need to find hangers for. Because we have so many fucking jackets. Socks and underwear. more underwear. There's a lot of underwear I don't really wear. Like, I definitely have... As soon as I got as many pairs of tuck underwear as I have, which is like 4 or 5, that became like the standard go-to. It's like, if you don't have any tuck underwear left, it's time to do laundry, you know? So I still have all these underwears, but I don't really wear a lot of them. This is a really cool scarf. Very Hig aesthetic, you know? This immediately makes me think Serra Log Horizon, which is next winter. I really want to go all in on a Serra Log Horizon aesthetic. Let me read chat real quick. Want to catch up with y'all. Thank you for complimenting my dress, Nisa. This actually, Bird actually bought this for himself, but it looked weird on him, and it looked really good on me. So I was like, all right, that's mine now. He got this green dress. You've probably seen us wearing them in the We Watch Anime channel trailer. I don't know if it's still the channel trailer. The one that's like explaining the show. I feel like the last few years have taken pretty long to pass. I really felt the weight of time during those, says Ellen. Not me. The last 5 years have rushed by. But I've been doing shit constantly, so... Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to mirror my camera on YouTube stream. I just realized I think I can flip the camera, which I didn't know I could do either. Like, not flip it as in mirror, but as in turn it to the other side of the phone. Use the non-interior camera. Nice Pokemon. Oh, I'm gonna show y'all some Pokemon. Hello CC, hello Jitter J. I'm not sure if you're aware, but in case you know, oh yeah, you're the one I just read. Nihon Critical, good day. What are your plans in May to June? Are you going to come to anime convention? I'm more likely to go to furry conventions at this point than anime conventions, because I feel like the people I get along with the best are furries. So that's where I'm more interested to specialize. As for this month, it is May. I know Krona's coming over next weekend to hang out. Landon might come over at some point this month to hang out. And I'm hopefully, I need to get the money together to buy the tickets. I don't think they'll sell out. But Foxy Shazam is playing in Richmond on the 26th. And I know Cow Tools is going to be there, and I think Victor's going to be there. So I'm trying to be there with Bird. So we can hang out at the Foxy Shazam show in Richmond. Maybe whoever's there, we could all go out for drinks afterwards. You know, Victor lives in Richmond, so he'll just be able to fuck off back home, and then we'll all go party without him. Unless Victor actually wants to party. Vic and Hope. I don't know if Hope wants to go. I guess I don't know if she's a Foxy Shazam fan or not. C-Cypher says, we need to meet at a con someday, but I have not gotten into much this year. We will for sure meet at a con someday. The what you really mean is we need to meet at a con soon. I need to meet you all in person because it changes who you are. You know, it not just in the sense of who you are to me, but literally it will change who each of us is as a person to meet in person. I think every time I meet a new person, I feel like I change. I mean, meeting online already changed me in some way. This is like a classic The Cure shirt, kind of stained, but I'll probably archive it so it doesn't get any worse. This is one of my favorite pair of gloves from the Chihuly Glass Museum in Seattle, which Bird and I went to. I showed a tank top that he loves from there on the last stream. Stone Brewing t-shirt. Bird grew up relatively nearby to the Stone Brewing in Escondido, California. Escondido is like right next to San Marcos where he grew up. And so we've been there a few times because he had been there a few times. Like his dad had taken him as just like a restaurant on top of being a brewery. And there's also a Stone Brewing in Richmond. In fact, if you want, we could hit up Stone before the Foxy Shazam show. I'm sure Bird's going to want to do that anyways. If we're in Richmond, he pretty much always wants to go to Stone. So what we'll probably do is rock up to Richmond early on the 26th, go to Stone Brewing, and then get loaded up before we go to the show, because the drinks are going to be way overpriced at the show as compared to the brewery. Born Again Lime. This is from the Lime Truck, which is a place that Bird worked when we lived with my parents in California. They had obviously a truck, but he did not work on the truck. He worked at a mall location that they used to have. It's no longer open anymore. I don't even know if the Lime Truck itself is open at all anymore. But it had been a 2-time winner of like some food truck reality show. I don't remember what it was called. London Bridge Football. This is like a local like it's soccer, but they call it football because it's like an English transfer student college or some shit. I don't know. I don't really know why. That bucket's done. Oh wait, here's the Big Ugly hat. I just mentioned the Big Ugly shirt earlier. Here's the Big Ugly Brewing hat. One of my favorite hats. I just really like the shape of it. It's got a really interesting curvature. And I love the color because fluorescent optic yellow not only is one of my favorite colors, it was even my internet handle just before 21st Century Digital Boy, which, diminutized into Digibro. I was fluorescent optic yellow for a very brief period. And all of my text on forums, I also put in yellow so that you would have to highlight it in order to read it. Yeah, it was a bit of a pain in the ass. Ellen said, yo, BPD girl, she's just like me, for real, for real. I read that earlier and then just didn't get around to saying it out loud until just now. That's epic because it'll be the second concert that I've been at that Vic was also at. First was Baby Metal 7 years ago or whatever. Sick hat. That is amazing. Kill La Kill. Yeah, I've still never managed to see Baby Metal because Baby Metal had opened for half of the Lady Gaga tour that I saw, and I would have much preferred to have seen that because what opened in my half was Hatsune Miku, which sounds awesome, but it wasn't full hologram Hatsune Miku. It was like sheet, like a projector sheet that she's kind of limited to moving within that, and you can very clearly, even though she looks 3D, you can tell that she is on the sheet, and also, I just didn't know a lot of the songs. It had been too long already, which is funny to think. This was 2014, I think I saw Lady Gaga, and even by then, I was like, there's been too much new Miku. I don't know any of these songs. I only know, World Is Mine. Out of the ones they played, I mean. Which is not one of my favorite Miku songs, even. Alright, this is one of my favorite, random-ass possessions I've got. Because it's a hyper-limited run bag. From the artist of A Crab Looked at Me, which is a very cool manga. I know they have a bunch of other short manga that I have not read yet, because when I really like an artist's work, and they don't have a lot of it, I don't try to binge it. I try to save some for later. And this was at, I don't remember what, I think it was the publisher who had published the manga. I don't remember what they're called. But they had struck up some kind of deal with this artist to create, to be able to have a, you know, limited run. I think it was only like $30, so it wasn't like a, what does it say? Panpanya Official. Yeah, Panpanya. That's the artist. Very cool. I just love the design of this. It's already looking a little like, you can tell it has started to, well, I don't know. It wasn't ever like white, but it definitely looks like it started to take on a little color. All right. Old work shirt. Archive that. Another random ass coat. I don't even remember where this one came from. It's just big and thick and comfy. Good for needing a coat. I should probably just give that to like a homeless guy this winter or something. Ah, the only other bra I actually wear. Yesterday I showed y'all like a silver sports bra that I said is like one of only 2 that I actually wear ever. I don't like need a bra most of the time, so I don't bother. But I do own certain shirts that my nipples be real visible through, and that in polite society is frowned upon. Do I think that's right or fair? No. But you know, as much as I might appreciate seeing someone else with her nipples out, I'm not trying to be a distraction when I'm out and about, you know? I'm trying to blend in a little bit. Anyway, this one is actually kind of just a full-on top. Like, this could just be worn as is. It's not like, it's more like a top with a built-in bra than it is just a bra. You know what I mean? Like, it has layers to it. Hold on. There's levels to it. You and I know. You see what I'm saying? It's got layers. Anyway, had to fix the cup in there. Oh, yes. Classic cape. Classic vampire cape. Rest is good for the blood. I am a vampire. Okay, where do I want the cape? I guess I'll keep it with cosplay. That probably tracks. These are some tight looking little pants. God damn. Hold on. Do they fit? Oh, they fit. Alright. I'll keep them on hand. They're not as hot as they look either. Like, heat-wise, you know? I was thinking I was going to start baking in those, but I'm sure in the sun it would be bad, but these would be great to wear to the club. You know what I mean? That place that I go all the time, the club. Okay. Seeing Baby Metal now wouldn't be the same just because they're like adults. I don't know, they're probably better, right? Like, I would think they would have improved with age. Oh shit, I think I have that bra in purple. Amazing. I think I got that one from... I want to say it was not Marshall's. It's something similar, though. Oh, it was like... I think it was a Sierra. Sierra, which is like... it's like Marshall's, but just for sporting goods that exists in the Midwest, or like the Southwest. So it's all like, you know, not secondhand, but like unsold stock from previous seasons type shit, you know. There's a short stories of F. Scott Fitzgerald book here. This thing's fucking huge. I didn't know he wrote a bunch of short stories. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I feel like most of these guys did. These old fucks. You know what I mean? Old. Let me find one I can read a bit of. Are these? Head and Shoulders. In 1915, Horace Tarbox was 13 years old. Horace Tarbox. That was considered an acceptable literary name. In that year, he took the examinations for entrance to Princeton University and received the grade A, excellent, in Caesar, Cicero, Virgil, Xenophon, Homer, algebra, plane geometry, solid geometry, and chemistry. Old things are bad. Okay. Continuing. What is this? Some sort of vest. Don't need it. Ugh. Either a lot of short stories or they aren't very short at all. I think it's the latter. Hold on. Or it's like one really long one and then a few actually... Let's see. No, okay, there's a bunch of them. I just was having a really hard time figuring out where they start. Because a lot of them also have chapters. The Diamond as Big as the Ritz. John T. Unger came from a family that had been well known in Hades, a small town on the Mississippi River, for several generations. John's father had held the amateur golf championship through many a heated contest. Mrs. Unger was known from hot box to hot bed, as the local phrase went, for her political addresses. From hot box to hot bed. The fuck does that mean? And John T. Unger, who had just turned 16, had danced all the latest dances from New York before he put on long trousers. And now, for a certain time, he was to be away from home. That respect for a New England education, which is the bane of all provincial places, which drains them yearly of their most promising young men, had seized upon his parents. This man is obsessed with fucking college in the Northeast. I can't handle that. I don't care at all about Northeastern colleges. Two radically different stories from different parts of the book. The first one I was like, ugh, college. The second one I'm like, all right, cool, the Mississippi River. And then immediately it's like, and he's going to college in the Northeast. I'm like, wait, what? No, we just got out of that. All right. Here's a random ass shirt. I don't know what the fuck this is. What does this mean? Punch, yeah, 7 stereo? Okay. I mean, I'm sure Bert will wear it. It looks neat. Void, 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 void. I'll archive that one. One of the girls left the group and the guitarist died? Holy shit. I didn't know all that. Oh, I actually really, really love this top. You'll definitely see me wearing this in travel vlogs this summer. It's like like longer in the front and shorter in the back type deal. And then just a hoop around the top. I'm very focused on, like, you can tell with a lot of stuff I've bought more recently, which are a lot of these like tank tops and stuff. I'm focused on what looks good on person with a very long torso like myself, because like a lot of tops like this would just simply not have that extra length in the front, that like, probably the intent is more like if you had some big ass titties, they would fill this thing. But for me, this is just to account for how long my torso is, as opposed to almost anybody else. Okay. Got a long torso and a gigantic head. And those things are things you must account for when you're really styling yourself. Okay. Dave's Killer Bread. We went to the facility in Oregon, I think. And Bird got the Good Seed t-shirt. This shirt is fucking massive. Okay. This, I feel like, I don't remember where this came from. I feel like I've put this on once and thought it was actually oddly masculinizing and therefore did not like it that much. Yeah, no, I could definitely see giving this to one of y'all pretty boys. Like, I want to see a bright-eyed little twink wearing this. This to me is twink wear. So if somebody, if any twinks want this, let me know. I will gladly donate this to the local twink hatchery. Okay. A towel. A dish towel with a stereotypical chef on it. Alright. This is kind of a cute top. I can definitely see wearing that this summer. Oh boy. Now see, this one gives a little bit more, this feels to me more like business lady trying to be like, I'm just as powerful as the men. Doesn't make me a man though. And that's my vibe. So this is more my speed. Not as twink core to me. More fax lady. A woman of the fax machine, you know what I mean? A lady who could work a solid fax machine would wear this. This pattern is crazy, actually. Okay, I'll keep that out. I might wear that somewhere. Pretend I can rock a nice fax. Okay. This is cute. I'll definitely wear it. These, I think, are mint salads. I do not believe these are my pants, because I don't remember ever buying them, and they are not my size, nor the type of fabric I usually go for. So that will sit aside as give back to mint. Alright, nice little rain breaker. I think this is Bird's, actually. Got in the jacket bucket. Oh, is this don't wake me up until I'm having the coffee? Don't wake me up until I'm having the coffee. Don't wake until I'm having the coffee. Don't wake me up until I'm having the coffee. Shout out to Marcus Pork. If you don't know who Marcus Pork is, I highly recommend looking him up. If you ever seen those shirts, like Autistic Girl Summer, he made those. He's a brilliant t-shirt developer. Maybe the greatest of all time. And he created Don't Wake Me Up Until I'm Having the Coffee. Okay, more underwear. Ooh, I love this thing. Hold on. Find the front. Can you imagine anything more autumnal? You can't. It's so autumnal. All right. Too autumnal for the weather that we're having. I'm pretty hot just in this dress. Like, even this, I thought this would be too little. Actually, I did turn down the fan speed. Let me go make it colder in here. I had turned the fan speed down because of noise, but it gets really hot in this fucking room. So, hey, it's your old pal. It's your old friend. It's your clothing that talks to you. It's Senku. I have him. I have Senku right here. The rapey scarf himself. I've got him. No more raping for you. Alright, some general purpose power grip gloves from back when we worked a real job. Well, I guess Bird still works a real job, but back when I worked a real job. Okay, okay. Now, it wouldn't be right for me to put this on because this is truly a Bird classic. And I won't pretend that I've got nearly the swagger or the aura, or the vibe, or the raw, unchecked cool factor to ever dream of wearing the Santa Bucky onesie. I would never. The Santa Bucky's Kigurumi, I simply do not have the swagger. This is a Bird only. Okay. It is definitely too hot for Santa Bucky. Too hot for these. This is my other favorite pair of gloves, but they're starting to come apart. I think I actually got these at a Buc-ee's. But you can see this pad is just coming right off, so. Kind of cheaply made, but they've got the print. And I like that it's like a puff at the end, you know? Bird's Rose socks. So when I first met Bird, he already owned a lot of like random rose printed material. So we've leaned in on that a lot. He is the Rose Man, just like what's his fucking name? The French dude from G Gundam who goes Rose Whip. That's Bird. Bird is the French dude from G Gundam. He's also, though, however, John Cena. Da, 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 da. What's this guy's fucking name again? The John Cena's character in the Suicide Squad, or just Suicide? No, the Suicide Squad. Peacemaker. That's the guy. Peacemaker. Not peacekeeper, peacemaker. You were close, though. Hey, Marcy. Gloves. These must be birds. I make peace with an iron fist. Quah! That's not the peacemaker glove at all, but you know. Okay. This is my dead grandmother's patient portal information for some kind of health thing she was going through. That's trash. Don't know why it is in this random clothes bucket, but this is now empty and ready to be the main hamper going forward. All the clothes that were in that seem to be clean, which is strange. I thought there were a lot more dirty clothes around, but I guess not. Oh, extra pair of work pants. That's cool. And the top of one of Bird's jackets. The top of this is actually this hood. I think he actually wore this jacket to work today. But this is the hood of a jacket that Bird got from his dad, that his dad was apparently wearing the day he was born. So this was Bird's dad the day Bird was born. Deep in the existential, probably. Okay. I seem to have a whole collection of empty baskets, so I'm just gonna keep stacking those, and then I'll figure out what each one is. This one won't fit in this one. Son of a bitch. Whatever. Get out of my way. This is kind of just an Amazing Digital Circus tote bag now that I'm looking at it. This was the packaging that Jack Burger came in. Let me go grab Jack Burger. Where the fuck are you, Jack? Burger! Oh, there you are. I got this for Bird for Christmas. I assume this happens in the Amazing Digital Circus episode 3, that Jack gets turned into a burger. I did not see the whole episode myself yet, although I have been paid to watch it as soon as LaPusha and Gary Always are both on a request stream together. But, he's fucking adorable. He's a Borgor! Don't trust that burger. I would never trust a purple hamburger that wasn't in Japan. Vor of your comfort character. Well, he's probably not really a comfort character for most people, is he? Milkshake. My mom got me this little baby cactus because of my prickly comic that I storyboarded for Mint Salad. Cute little baby cactus. Ugh! Okay. I grabbed the shark and the baby cactus for no reason other than they were in the way of me finding Jack Burger. Alright, so I think what I want to do now is take all these clothes that I've sort of folded and semi-organized and then put them all into the dresser, which is... Can I flip the camera? Oh my god, I can flip the camera. How awesome. Alright, now you're looking at the underside of the desk and my tuck kit. Sexy. And a Lasco fan box, which is trash, so it doesn't need to be there. Oh look, another one of my children. So, ow, mother of a fuck. You son of a bitch. Okay. Okay. Remember when I said that if the bag says Gregory on it, solid bag? If the bag says Samsonite on it, also probably a solid bag. Now, Samsonite's a lot more popular than Gregory. They have whole ass stores in outlet malls, which is where I got this. But this is a fucking killer laptop bag. This zipper, big old pocket, right? So you can fit like 2 mouses in there. Then you got big ass front pocket with the organization, right? Then you got huge ass middle pocket. Stuff your power brick right here because there's like a structure to the bag so that it has kind of a flat bottom where your power brick could sit. And then you got another big ass opening with a mesh, and this is where the laptop actually goes, in the very back. So all told, if you fill this thing up, you know, it gets kind of broad. But this is the greatest laptop bag I've ever handled in my life. And I got it for Bird's Alienware laptop so that we would not have to worry about it when traveling. Sucks. I really hope you all have a decent viewing angle of this because I can't check the camera while I'm on this side of it. Glacier National Park. Bird's favorite national park. He had been talking it up to me for like 4 years, and we finally got to go there. And the park, which is mostly up a mountain and about like looking off of a mountain at other mountains, was in the clouds. The clouds had intersected the mountain, so all we could see was cloud, and we just kind of drove through it. We were only there for a night, so we couldn't, like, you know, we couldn't wait it out. But it was still fun and memorable. But he was like, we haven't really been to Glacier yet, because I haven't gotten to see it the way it's supposed to look. A power brick, why not? The lid of the trash can. There's a random ass little candle. It's not dead yet, so that can stay. More lens wipes. A mask. Do I have COVID or am I just a Japanese bass player on Nico Nico Doga? Gary always, what does Bird charge for watch requests? You would have to ask him that, I guess. I'll ask him what he thinks is fair. Going back up to the chat. Let's see what y'all talking about. ride coming right off, you say, peacekeeper. Oh yeah, we talked about this. Imagine if you needed to bring paperwork with you to get into heaven. The ancient Egyptians believed something like that. I mean, I guess it's sort of like in like hold on, let me turn the camera back around. I feel like Christian mythology, they believe that God is watching and is keeping like a ledger on you, whereas Egyptians are thinking like you have to do your own morality taxes, you know, like you're gonna have to submit the forms when you get there. You have to make a case for yourself, you know. I think that's probably a lot more likely if you know if one of the things was gonna be true. You're thinking about paying for Bird specifically to watch it with me to see what he thinks. I mean, I'll tell you, Bird will watch The Amazing Digital Circus one way or another. If you just, I mean, if you're saying you want him to watch it on stream, you know, I'm sure it can be arranged. But I'll ask him what he would want to be paid to watch stuff by request in general. Oh, this is a, so there's a meadery in Williamsburg, Virginia, called Silver Hand that does, like, they do, like, how do I describe it? A tasting, but it's like, so they take you into a room, and first they explain the history of honey, then they give you, like, 8 different types of honeys to try, that are all totally different from one another, and they give you, like, a complete rundown of, like, where the honey comes from and what's special about it, and then they do a tasting of meads made from those honeys. So it's like 8 to 10, I think it's like 10 honeys and 10 meads you end up trying in the course of this tasting, which is only like a, I don't know, $10 thing. It's not like an expensive thing, but it's like 45 minutes of history and tasting honeys and meads that are very unique. And then they open you up to the bar in the back, and you can just, you know, drink to your heart's content. But they also have like a program we were a part of, but we ended up canceling it just because money. Where it's like for $120 I think it's something like 100 something a quarter, and they send you 6 curated bottles of mead every quarter. So this is one of those bags through which the 6 bottles of mead was delivered. We did this for like 3 quarters. Lovely meads, but you know, it's not the cheapest way to drink, which is what I am drinking. Let me grab my drink. This is the cheapest way to drink. The Bull. 5.9% alcohol, and a 12-pack is less than $12. Because it's from the Pabst company, I guess. Tastes like malt liquor. Day drinking, oh, you know me. I don't, you know, I'm a slow drinker. I don't necessarily drink. I don't like to get drunk. I like to get buzzed, and I also like to maintain a buzz as long as humanly possible. So, to me, the ideal is like kind of get your first beer down, and then kind of nurse beers all day long, very slowly, just enough to maintain the buzz, you know? Trixie, can you drink from that can the way Misato does right quick? She does it like a... Shit, I'm trying to think of what her elbow positioning is like. She's in 2D, so it's hard to... I splashed it on myself going back like that. It's hard to do, actually. It feels weird. Turns out the magic of animation is that it can make really unnatural movements feel strangely natural, because that felt weird as fuck to actually try to do in increments like that. Hold on, let me try to get better mouth on it. Maybe it'll help if I remove the tab. Something like that. I feel like that's how she does it. Misato! Oh god. That moment when you realize you're actually older than Misato from Evangelion. Just put me in the fucking ground. Alright. Oh, this is actually a KN95 mask. That, like, means something, right? I don't know. Don't actually answer that. Right, I need to move all these clothes to the dresser. Shit, we're already kind of full up on shirt space. Good thing my shirts are tiny. Don't really need any of those. Let's glove. If there's one thing that Bird and I absolutely do not need, it is any more shirts. We could definitely use less shirts, actually. I'm thinking I'm gonna start giving away my shirts to people who want them, if anybody wants them. Because I have too fucking many. I really don't know how much of this shit I'm even gonna fit into this dresser. Well, some of this stuff can be hung up, so we'll do that. I don't think I can fit one single more t-shirt into this t-shirt drawer, and I don't think we need to have more t-shirts than the number that are in this t-shirt drawer, so... By the way, if this stream randomly goes down soon, it'll probably be because Bird called me after getting off of work and I answered, and that destroys the stream. Assuming that happens. Usually does around this time. Here's my fifth son. Ignore the iMac logo on the bottom. This is a Yeti. This is Bird's entirely. He bought it. It's not mine at all. But this thing is such a fucking beast. Big Wawabawa. Look at the thickness of this. Alright, now look. You see that the interior hull is like, it's pretty fucking long. And as a result, this thing never spills on you. It never like you're never gonna like overrun yourself pouring the water down your throat. It's perfect. It is the perfect water carriage and dispensal unit. It is, however, very fucking heavy when it's full of water, and if this thing tips over in your car because you have it near your legs and it hits you in the shins, goodbye. Alright. More hanging shit. Know if Santa Bucky can hang up. I still haven't established another cosplay. I guess what I'm gonna do is use that silver bucket I had earlier as the next overflow cosplay / extra clothes bucket. And then Peacemaker can go in there. And Cape can go in there. I could live in that water bottle like a turtle. That's adorable. The stream, Vectors of Human Quality. Yes, it is very good. What are you talking to? Bubble, I see. Do you have any more thoughts on old neurotyping? Yeah. Definitely watch my Vectors of Human... is it really called Human Quality? That's such a funny phrase. I just always remember it as Vectors of Human something. But, yeah, it's... I think that basically the conclusion I came to as a result of neurotyping is actually this doesn't have nearly enough nuance. And unfortunately, that means that like creating an actually nuanced system will inevitably be way less sexy than a nice little 16 category, you know. It's kind of like a lot of people know their MBTI, but they don't know their like in-depth extra level or their astrology. Like, I recently did my to-the-minute astrology, and holy fuck, the amount of information that they give you is out of control. It's like a novel of stuff about your natal sign. So, these pants are trash. They have a hole in the crotch. They're gone. Okay. I didn't want to throw them away. This bird's aunt gave them to me, and they're comfy, but she would have thrown them. Or she would have sewn them up, I don't know, but I don't know how to sew. And, I have too many fucking clothes. Criminalize sobriety. Great tank top. Where did these come from? Why am I... Okay, I guess I'm in another clothes pile now. I think these are Bird's, like, dress pants. I think these are part of a suit that he wore once. But I don't know where the top part of it is. But this might be the pants, because I know there's, like, a suit top that Bird gave away at a Dick Show event. And I don't know if these are connected to that. I'll have to get that story off of him again. Ugh. Okay. Don't really know why my camp chair is here, but, you know, I guess it was in the... I probably just stuffed it in one of the luggage bags on the way out of Corbin. I don't know where the bag that this goes in, though, so it's just going to inevitably come apart. For now, I'm going to stuff this in a shoe so it doesn't sprawl everywhere. There we go. It's like modern art or something. Alright, I really love this jacket. You've maybe seen me in this before if you've seen enough of my Instagram. This is, or if you've seen all the hip hop interviews I did in Elko, Nevada that time. Like my Spice One interview, I think I'm wearing this. But this thing is just fucking badass. It's just purely badass. As jackets go. Obviously doesn't match the dress I'm wearing at all, but you know. I contain multitudes. Okay. Another cool wintry shawl. Where's the head hole on this? Oh. Oh no, this one's this one's okay. This feels like some fucking straight Bloodborne ass, Eileen the Crow ass fucking. Alright. Landon Material says, lucky being 5'8". Imagine being normal size. Are you saying you want to be normal size, Landon, as opposed to, like, real tall? Because, I don't know. Tall boys typically win again and are changing the story, as I always hear. Okay. Colorado. It's a bear. I'm going to put the hats with the costumes for now. Oh, yeah! Born to Die. World is a fuck. Kill 'em all. 1972. I Am Devilman. 410,757,864,530 time loops. Hey, 757. That's where I live. 757 got something to say. All work is all play on the Chesapeake Bay. Here's a random ass Walmart purchase t-shirt. You know, just a gay old time. Should probably fit that in the shirt drawer. It's tiny. Oh yes, this Blue Man Group shirt. My mom gave me this because she thought it was weird that it looks like they're grabbing your boobs. And I'm like, I think that's the joke. I think the joke is that they're grabbing your boobs. Generic leggings that I wear all the time because they're thin and it's not always that cold. But just cold enough. So I'm glad I found those. Undies. Oh, this is one of Bird's coolest shirts. Another St. George Bruin shirt. Smells clean. Starting to get into clothes where I'm like, okay, some of these I'm pretty sure are clean because I know they haven't been worn since we moved in here, and I had cleaned all the clothes before we moved in. Like, I'm sure I have not worn this one in a while. Where did I find this? I think I got this in Kansas City at the River Market. It's Tupac and Marilyn Monroe hanging out. Were they ever actually alive at the same time? I don't think so. Or is that Madonna? Maybe that's Tupac and Madonna hanging out and I'm an idiot. I think that's Tupac and Madonna, actually. But, you know, she got her aesthetic from Marilyn Monroe, and I'm not cultured Tupac and Madonna were alive at the same time. Too bad it's not Tupac and Madonna they used to date. They did? Tupac dated Madonna for real? No, it probably is them. I was just, you know, I'm not very much abreast on Madonna because I've mostly known her in her like post-fame kind of a living meme, like most out of touch human alive phase of life, you know? Crying in a bathtub at the start of COVID, Madonna. This appears to be a mic pop filter. Neat. I don't know where the fuck this came from. But that could come in handy. Artemis Fowl has lost his mind just when the world needs him most. I don't think this is the last Artemis Fowl book, but I know it's book 7. Yeah, Bird realized he had not finished Artemis Fowl and bought the last few books and read them a couple years ago. So that's going with the books way over there. Actually, I'll just put it on top of that F. Scott Fitzgerald one. Alright, this is one of my, like, pretty much daily driver throughout the summer. One of my main workout shirts. It is just simply a simple, comfy tank top. What is this? Oh, sexy leggings. Cool. They've got some kind of neat, like, pattern of flowers. I like these. I will definitely wear these. Alright. What are you? This is one that Bird bought just to see how people would react. And I'm not the stepfather, I'm the father that stepped up. When he got this at the mall store that he got it from, the woman behind the counter at first had a tone of like, "Aw," you know, and then he like said, "Oh, I'm not a stepfather, I'm just buying it because I think it's funny." And then she immediately had the most like pissed off, like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like, look on her face. Classic. Love this. This is a recent find of mine. Just longer. Again, long torso focused tank top. Tank top for person with a super long torso. I love it. This dress is way too long for me, but I have recently realized that by rolling it up, it can become a decent enough shorter skirt. See, it's like... Or no, I realized that it's long enough to actually be a dress on me. That's what it is. It's like a full... Like, I could wear it as a strapless dress. I don't think that's the intent, but it's just so fucking long that, that I'd have to roll it up, like, quite a bit to even wear it high-waisted. Like, even up here. And if I roll it, it's too elasticy. I just think this is for someone much taller than me. Maybe Bird should wear this. I don't think he knows about it, actually. So I should get Bird into that one. Okay. Yes, Bird's work pants. From when we had a lifting heavy job. The Carhartts. They're good. Good at just some good-ass, solid-ass fucking pants. What is this weird little... Oh, yes. Okay, this thing is tiny, if I remember correctly, so I don't know if I can squeeze into this while wearing a dress. This is one of the 90s... Oh, Jesus Christ, hold on. Am I doing this right? Like, early 90s fashion brands that my parents worked for. Yeah, hold on. I'll show you. The brand is called Sirius. This was like in early 90s. I want to say like a skateboard, like goth brand or something. I think my parents, at least one of them worked for this company. I don't know if they both did. Oh yeah, this thing is fucking tiny. This is the epitome of 90s goth rave wear. I feel like I'm going to explode through this at any moment's notice. Okay. If I took too deep of a breath, that whole thing would have like shredded. I'm sure of it. And it says, "Where is your fucking Sliggoo? Go grab him." Oh, dog. Actually, he was sitting literally right on this thing, but then I moved him earlier. Hold up. Slew. Hey. Check him out. I put him next to a Bulbasaur. And also this cow. Check out all these guys. I've got a whole lot more Pokemon also in a box behind me. Consider this as foreshadowing. I'm not going to go through this whole box right now because right now I don't know where to put all of these. But what I think I'm going to do is when Krona comes over, she and I are going to go through this box together. Because we got our Pikachus. We got Barney, like my original Barney from childhood. Nidorino. Link. So, yeah, I think me and Krona are going to have to spend some time with this box when she comes over next weekend. Until then, it's going in the closet. Or the weird nook, as I've been calling it. I assume this N64 controller fell out of that box, because I don't remember it being on the floor a moment ago. I don't think the longboards really need to be up here, so I'm probably going to take them down. This one was one of Bird's, obviously. Got Riley in his drugs shirt. All kinds of shit on here. This one also appears to have a Riley in the drugs shirt sticker on it. Good old land yacht. This is probably the most comfortable ride for me. This one was just already here at the house. This one was just already in the attic. So I assume Vic or Hope got it from somewhere. Bird has a third longboard, but it's not up here. They don't need to be up here, but for now I'm just going to stash them because I don't want to go all the way to the shed right now. I'll leave you alone for too long. Just like a travel blanket. Throw it on the bed. Can never have too many blankets. Can never have too many blankets. Holy Mother of Christ. It's Bird's camping chair. Also not really needing to be up here at all. Okay. Shall we stuff this inside of another shoe? Where is my other shoe? There it is. Modern art. Check out my shoe sculptures. Pay me on Etsy. Okay. What were you asking me? Why does it have a peener, Gary? I missed that. Not this man. This man has no penis or dick. Or ass. You ever seen such a lack of an ass? It's like he just has hamstrings that just go straight into his back. No ass to speak of. Where do I want you? You can go over here. Purple Pokemon or whatever it was. Do you mean Sliggoo? You don't got no pee-pee. Okay, what is this? It's already rolled up like it's folded. Oh, it's that Void Gazer shirt. You go in here. Undies. Latest backpack purchase. Camelback with the water hose. This was necessary for topping Texas, so I'm glad Bird got it. Ugh. Monticello hat. Looks like it has a coffee stain on it, but that's okay. I'm sure that's how Thomas Jefferson would have wanted it. There's also a box entirely full of mechs and also Finn from Adventure Time over here. I don't even want to pull anything really out. There appears to be a headless Death Scythe Gundam. There's just a whole box of stuff like this. off to the side over there. Hey. I don't even know what this guy's called. He looks fucking crazy though. I found the remnants of the Lego RV. Y'all remember when I was trying to get an RV and then I found out I couldn't get an RV, so then we did a stream where we built one instead out of Lego, or Bird did anyway. The coping with unable to buy an RV stream. Put that over here. This is how you make coffee on the road. It's a press. So you put the grounds and the hot water in this, and then you press the grounds to the bottom, and then you pour out the coffee through the little grate. And it does that so it can be closed up like a canister. I don't like how violently it snaps the metal though. I'll put all this camping shit in this random little backpack that I only ever use for keeping random ass shit in, because it's deceptively deep. Like it's you think little knapsack bag, whatever, and then you put a whole coffee maker in there and you still have room, and you're like, oh, I stole this from Walmart. It just simply, I think I just literally put it on and like walked out. If I remember correctly, I simply put it on and did not pay for it. Senor Benjamin, Broken Matt Saga. Anyone? Later Cow Tools. Hey Sarah, I don't know if you're still there, but I just saw your what's up bitches from earlier. Why don't I make my own Kickstarter project like handmade crafts or webcomic? Because I don't know how to make anything other than YouTube videos and music. I mean, I make music all the time and nobody ever wants to pay for that, so I feel like that falls into the same category as those things, unless you mean something physical specifically. Like when you say, well, because you said webcomic, but maybe you mean like a webcomic that could be sold physically. I don't know. I'm not good with imagery. I'm good with sound. Like, I understand how to manipulate sound, particularly the sound of my own voice. I don't really understand manipulating images that well. Or drawing. Here's a random ass storage cube. One of those fold up doohicks. Maybe I'll throw all these random books in here or something. Hey, here's a nice quilt. I like it. I don't really know where I should put this. Oh, I love this bag.